Hey guys, in this video we're going to be building a Tester 68. I've done one of these recently, but I wanted to do this one a little different, trying out some tactile switches. Again from Outemu. I kind of want to see what I can get from these since I was satisfied with the last build. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So this here was the last build I did using cream Outemus, and this is what it sounded like. So this is what I'm going to be using today. This is Outemu's Panda tactile switch. It's going to be my first time using these. I just want to test them out and see what kind of performance I can get for them. These are lubed, same as the cream pinks I used last time. And, you know, I was pretty surprised by the last Outemus. So we'll just jump into the build right now. Unfortunately, I did lose some of my recording footage. This is just here. I'm gonna quickly explain some of the things I did. I did actually take this apart. As you can see, I have some tape underneath the stabilizers. I did loop the stabilizers. I already unhooked everything from the board, but I'm gonna give a quick rundown and show you where the screw points are so that if you have the same board, you can do the same thing. So there's 6 screws, as I'm pointing out right here. Once you take these out, you should be able to go ahead and lift up the board, the plate, and you can start disassembling this thing. Once this is out, there are 2 or 3 screws that you can take out. You'll see there's one here, there's another one right here, and that should allow you to pull this out, but you do want to be careful with any wires with any board that has battery. As you can see, this little connector can be very fidgety, so just be very careful when taking that out. On here, like I said, I did take some masking tape and put it down on the plate just to help reduce a little bit of the wobble that was in there from these plate mounted stabs. Overall, they're pretty good. Most times with the tester, I find they're pretty solid, especially with a little bit of lube, but we'll just jump into the next mod right here, and that's going to be the PE foam. Now this is just what came included in the box. You know, I figured might as well use it, don't let it go to waste. It's a free mod basically, so long as we're careful with it. So I like to take the plate here and put it down on the PE foam, and I like to use a razor blade. You can use whatever, kind of mark it with a marker, maybe cut it with scissors, but I find this just makes it a lot easier for me. One thing to make sure you do is cut out all the spots where the stabilizers are going to sit, because the last thing you want is your switches to start popping up out of place. It's happened to me before. It is not fun to deal with, so I try to always remember this part. If it's something you forget in a future build or something, you know, you can always come back from it and just, you'll have to do a little bit of work. It'll take a little more time to get everything reseated, but at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it if you're looking for that more poppy kind of sound. Now that we've got this all cut out, we just need to make sure it sits very nicely in the case and double check that this does actually fit where the stabilizer feet are going to sit on the PCB. I like to kind of massage it in there. Sometimes it can get clumped up in some places or have a couple folds. It's not really a big deal, but if you can, just try to get it flush. Now we'll just pop in all these switches, and don't want to take up too much time, use some editing. And then it's going to be keycap time. Now these keycaps here, I couldn't tell you what they're called. Something programmer, got them off of AliExpress just to, you know, I kind of like to target that budget type feel, especially right now that I'm kind of just really getting into the hobby. Instead of spending a lot of money on one keyboard, I want to try to build several different types out there. So with these keycaps on, this is what it looks like. Overall, I am happy with the aesthetic. One thing I should have been more diligent about is the way these keycaps are actually printed and everything. I couldn't see too well from the pictures, but a couple of these words are misspelled. Is it the end of the world? No, it's not a deal breaker. You can get the point across from what is on here, but you know, if you're someone that isn't okay with those little imperfections for the sake of saving a couple dollars, then just do more research than I did. But this is what the board sounds like as of right now. Now, while I think that sounds fine, I do want to do a little comparison here with how much tape actually can help this. So, I apologize for the viewing angle. I was kind of in a rush, didn't really center the board, but it is the tape mod. You know what to do. Grab your tape, slap it on the board. Be careful of any plugins or cutouts you might have to make. Trim up the edges, you're good to go. We're going to start off with one layer of tape. I'll put a sound test after this. We'll move on to a second layer, and then we'll just try to see if we can pick up any differences. So that was one layer. I did notice a difference. I don't know if you could really pick it up on the mic. It was a little deeper, maybe a little poppier in some places. You know, I think 2 layers of tape is where I found most success. 3 really gets it, that really deeper tone. But here with 2, I'll throw it back together and test it out, and you guys can let me know. So yeah, that's this board done. I'm going to leave it at 2 layers of tape. I like that sound profile. I'm going to try to do an edit here at the end to really give you guys a comparison. But if you like the video, please like. And if you want more videos, subscribe. Thanks, guys.